Hey, welcome back to the channel. So today, if anybody knows me that well, you'll know that I kind of jump around different. It's not all strictly just business, small engine. I try to relate to with things in people's personal life because I think your personal life is more important than what your business life is, or how much you make or how much you don't make, or the situations that you put yourself into. So the biggest thing that I always shoot for is personal growth, right? And how do you achieve personal growth? Well, you got to first take an accounting of yourself, right? Who better knows you than yourself? You can't lie to yourself. I mean, I guess you can. I've known some people that have told lies so many times that they start to believe that lie. And then you have to know your limitations. I mean, if you're someone that's struggling with a mental health condition, that's something you just can't will away. But in anything in life, you have to own it, right? And some of you are probably saying, well, that's kind of harsh if you're, you know, with mental health. No, it's not. Because you need to be the person leading the charge, even when you're not doing well. See, I've always been a person, and this has been in since my 30s. And it was kind of like one of them aha moments. You know, when things would go wrong, the first thing I would do is look outwards. And, well, it's because of this, and it's because of this, and it's because of that person. And all of my answers, they were never, it's my fault. See, I'm a person that says if you want spiritual growth, financial growth, relationship growth, you have to take responsibility for what your actions are, right? Because if you don't, how do you change it? How do you fix it? Because you don't have any control over other people. You may think so, but in reality, you have zilch. And I don't think you'd want control over other people anyways. Heck, I have a hard enough time just being in control over myself, let alone anybody else, right? But that's where you need to start in life, is you have to accept that everything up until this point is on you. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, I'm saying it in such a way that says, okay, if the only way I can fix something or change something is to accept responsibility, then isn't that kind of the way to go? See, everything in life is changeable to a certain extent. We're going to have different things go on in our life around us, and it's how we choose to react or not. But the end goal that you need to be at is that you need to accept everything up until this point as being the responsible person. And then once you've done that, then you can move forward because, okay, if it's something that I'm doing or didn't do or should have done or this or that, at least now I've got a path to fix it. Because if you don't accept responsibility for the things in your life, you're just going to keep redoing them because you keep blaming everybody else for your problems or your situation. It's really easy to blame other people for the stuff that's going on around you. To me, and this might be a shake call, a shake-up call, wake-up call, what have you, is it's on you. You can stop the drama. You can stop the bullshit. You can stop making excuses. Once you can say that the things that are going on in my life, I am responsible, then you can take action to correct it. If you do not take responsibility for the things that are going on around you, you will never change. And there's no one on God's green earth that will ever get you to change until you decide to change yourself. If you have a drinking problem and you blame everybody else, maybe they drive you to drink, I don't know. But nobody's holding a gun to your head as you pour the beers or the shots down you. That's a personal choice. The same thing like gambling. I've heard, with the being an alcoholic and a gambler, it's addictive personality, and okay, I'll agree with that. But no one is making you do that. If anything, a lot of these so-called helpful programs and government-funded things are giving you excuses of why you do what you do. Oh, he can't help it. He needs to have his drinks. No, you don't. You chose to want to drink. Years ago, I did have an alcoholic problem. And my father was an alcoholic. And it says it runs in the family, right? The traits and everything. My father had nothing to do with my drinking. That was my own call and demise. And when it gets to the point that that's all you're thinking about is that next drink, because you don't want to deal with reality. And everybody's giving you a pass, an excuse for your drinking. Okay. No one could have made me stop drinking. No. That's something that I had to choose to do. That I wanted to become better than what I was. I was tired of being the drunk. Shape. I mean, when you get up in the morning and you gotta take a shot just to go to work, you got problems. And if you're hitting into it the minute you get home from work or even on the way home from work, you got problems. Same thing with gambling. Playing the lotto, getting lottery tickets. No one is standing over you telling you to go buy them things. You are. So the first thing that we have to do in life is we have to accept responsibility for where we're at and why we're where we're at, right? And once you can do that, that's when personal growth will begin. That's when you'll start seeing the changes begin. Because now you've taken that power back instead of giving that power out to everybody else. You know, no one can make you feel, be, or do anything that you don't want to do. Okay? You know, the one that says, oh, they made me feel awful or offended or this. I mean, it's all these words. If you find you're the person that says all those words, then to me, I have to ask, why are you giving all that power away to somebody else? Why give, if I have offended you, you get to choose at that point. You can either be offended and spend the rest of the day being pissy and moany and this and that. You can choose to be offended and just walk away, and that's the end of it. You're not sitting there regurgitating it. But you get to choose what your action is going to be, right? No one can make you feel anything. So don't let that power go to somebody else. Keep that power to yourself, and that's part of personal growth, is how we receive stuff, how we inventory stuff, and how we react to stuff, right? See, if you're offended or upset or that person made me feel bad, good chances are you're going to find that drama surrounds you the majority of the time. And you're wondering why all this drama. A lot of it is self-creation. You're creating that drama. I know people that thrive on drama. I hate it. I hate drama. I don't like when people lie to me. I don't like when people do stupid ass crap and blame it on everything else but themselves. I like straight up people. I like people that get right to the point, that are who they really are and not who they're trying to be in my eyes. Why should I matter that much to you? All right? I don't want that power. I want to be surrounded with people that are real, that know who they are. And they're not willing to give up their power to anybody else. And the tendency of having drama is little to none. Right? Because you guys all know people that no matter where they go, drama follows them. But it's self-creating. You know, it's... And I find people that seem to live in drama constantly are the same ones that run around behind other people's backs. Other people's backs. Adding on to stories to create a bigger drama. And they go around and they run to this one and this one and this one. And they make the circuit. And they think they're doing something that's going to make them better in that person's eyes. But all it's doing is creating more drama and sentiment. And then they wonder why people have problems with them. Well, why can't you just be honest with me? Well, because if I'm honest with you, then you seem to feel the need to go tell everybody else. Instead of just keeping it between you and I. If I wanted the whole world to know, I post it on YouTube. And a lot of people do. They post their drama on YouTube. They need that to get them through the day because they don't know who they are. And they don't feel good about who they are. But I'm all about personal growth. And personal growth is simply understanding that you're the pivotal person in your life. Nobody else. You're the one that gets to decide if you're going to act a certain way, be a certain way, do things a certain way. That's on you. And if you're not happy or content with the person you are today, the greatest thing is you can change. You can change and become somebody that you would strive to be. And a lot of times that's just, who are your role models? Who would you look up to? And that'll give you some direction on what direction to go, right? But it all starts with owning and accepting responsibility for your actions. Girls. So just think about it, I think if you just let it kind of sink in, you're going to start agreeing with me because you're going to start going, okay, now that makes sense. So we'll catch you on the next video. If the dogs don't keep barking. All right.